Hey guys, it's Bree and I'm starting a whole new project with you guys. So yeah, nice to see you again. It's been a while and a lot's happened. I'm not going to spend more time on it right now than needed. The things that you need to know I'll go over in the video, and then as we do more of these, maybe you'll hear more, but it's not really what I'm here for. So just getting that out of the way. I want to talk about a couple things today. I want to talk about having the courage of your own conviction. I also want to share my experiences in continuing to learn how not to participate or support systems and institutions that you may not personally vibe with or agree with or want to support. Alright, what the hell am I talking about? Okay, so getting to it, I just want to let you guys know I recently became vegan, or at least plant-based diet, and I'm working on transitioning to the rest of what it means to be vegan. For those of you that don't know what that means, vegan is a person that refuses to use any animal products whatsoever. That means meat, and that also means no dairy, no eggs, no honey, no leather or wool, nothing. For those of you asking why the hell would someone want to do that, for me it's for ethical reasons and environmental reasons, and then there's that wonderful side benefit of being way healthier, as long as you're doing it properly. But I'm not going to go too much into those things, at least not this video. I'm not really trying to educate, I'm more sharing my experience in the style of like a vlog or something. Oh god, another vlog, I know, but hopefully it's a helpful one. So as far as becoming vegan, it's been a long road, a long process. I have always dabbled in vegetarianism throughout, from childhood, and to varying degrees of success, but I eventually always came back around to animal products for one reason or another. Some of the more common reasons for getting off the bandwagon in the past were to do with taste and learning how and what to make as a vegetarian or a vegan. It had to do with where I lived, it had to do with my financial situations at the time, but mostly it was just really hard to give up those foods that I loved that contained animal products. But I was always, in the meantime, researching more and more and more. It was always something in the back of my mind throughout my life. Then in the last 2 or 3 years, I really hit research overdrive. I came across several movies and videos on YouTube, and some literature, and I got to talking more, and I was looking up more recipes, and I was weaning off of meat more and more and being as vegan as possible, but still holding on to the last little bit. And then of course there were a couple of videos that were just the last straw, and I realized I had no more excuses. I had done all my prep, I knew what was going on, and it was just now or never, just jump. And so I did. Since I did work up to it, the transition for me and finding food was not that difficult. The main change was that I was making my own food a lot more, since of course if you don't have that many options. That also happens to be why it's a lot healthier, because you're not eating so many processed foods. But again, that's like a side benefit, and then so yay, but you know, hey. And she lived happily ever after. Hold on. So, like I said, I went vegan for ethical and environmental reasons, and that's great. But I very quickly realized I had bigger issues that went along with that I hadn't previously anticipated. The food part was easy, but there were some other issues that I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do now? Basically, up until very recently, I was working at Chuck E. Cheese as assistant manager. And I mean, cheese, right in the name. It's not vegan at all. The only thing I could personally eat there were tater tots and salads and veggie pizzas, and I would make my own little vegan cheese to put on the pizzas. So I could take care of my own food okay. However, there was a bigger issue. It didn't take much to realize I was being a bit of a hypocrite because I wasn't eating those foods anymore. I had taken myself out of that equation, but I was still benefiting from a whole corporation that was having me prep and promote and sell those same products that I had stopped using for myself, but I was serving to hundreds of people every day. I realized as much as I loved my job otherwise, for the most part, I had to figure something else out. I couldn't continue to work there and feel good about myself and my changes. So as a result, I started looking, and within a couple weeks I actually found a restaurant that was what I thought was vegan friendly, and it turns out they are completely vegan, and so awesome. And they were hiring, and I interviewed, and then I got the job. Yay! No, we're still not done. So problem with that is the position that they hired me for took a pay cut, an hour cut, and it is much further than my job at Chucky's for me, and I don't have a car. So it's quite the shift as far as my finances. So in order to be more ethical and more true to my vegan stance, I have had to sacrifice a lot more than just a few foods that I have learned to live without, and that is hard. In this new job, while it's fine enough and the people are great and the food's amazing, they have this watermelon fresca that I just inhale, and I have free reign of the kitchen, so that's awesome, but it's just not a real good fit otherwise. There's a lot of elements that are missing, even though the most important thing to me right now is taken care of with that job. So my challenge right now is, do I stick it out and feel it out a little bit more, or do I just start looking for something else that's a little more suited for all my needs, including this new one? And I'm leaning more towards the latter. My ultimate point is that I'm finally fully committed to sticking to my guns to this wonderful new lifestyle that I didn't have the courage or think that I had the ability to make the full jump. And when I stopped making excuses for myself, I was able to start making progress. And even though I've had these setbacks and they're frustrating, I now have the conviction to, instead of giving up with obstacles, I can put together a new path so that I can stay on my new vegan journey. And it's so rewarding to be able to do that. And I'm not trying to brag about myself, I'm trying to put myself out there and make myself an example of someone going through a process like that. So hopefully any of you watching that are looking to have some motivation for whatever journey you would like to embark on, you can find that inner strength and just know that while there's going to be things that come up, unexpected and expected alike, you can do it. And you just have to find it within yourself to do it and make no excuses. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, so thank you for making this far and watching. In future videos, I'm going to continue to bring you along for my journey and fill you in more on what my plan's going to be, and then showing you how I do. Again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.